Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. I've got company, so I won't be able to do my members live stream today. So forgive me on that one. Actually, I'm out here in the cold, and it is cold. The wind is kind of blowing, and it's about 30 degrees, going to go down to like 10 tonight. But I'm out here. Look at this. Look at this. You ready? You ready? Look at this. Smoking a prime rib. Smoking it. It's looking good. It's looking real good. So, tomorrow night, we got the Cowboys versus Tampa Bay. And I dare say that this game, even though it's meaningless, it is really meaningless. Let's be clear here. It's really meaningless because there's no chance really of us making playoffs. It's meaningless in the fact of our season is over and our off season is really already started. And this is where it's going to be really, really important to see how we finish. We got great feelings. Everybody's kind of happy. Yeah, Rico's running really good. Micah, 7.5 sacks in the last 6 games. Mike Zimmer, his defense seems to be coming together. Cooper Rush is managing the game well. We're hearing all of those things. But that's been against teams that are about in the same boat as we are. Ass. So now you have to question and say, what do we look like against a team that actually has something to play for? Is it going to be that we're actually a decent team? Or are we really an ass team? This is where, if the next 3 games, because let's be clear here, the Eagles are fighting, trying to get home field advantage. They're going to be playing like game busters. And Washington's going to try and hold on to that 7th spot or trying to even move up if they can. They got something to play for. And Tampa Bay, which is on a 4-game win streak, they're going to want to play well because they're keeping their playoff hopes alive. So unlike Carolina, who, mind you, they did play really well against Kansas City, and Kansas City right now is up 24-19 against the Texans. They're finding ways to win. The real question is this, because the season's over. Okay, I'm sorry. I hate to look at it. It's cold out here. It is cold out here. The real question is, what will the Cowboys do? I have my friend here, Dennis, who's a Commanders fan. He's feeling better about his team, that they may move back to Washington. He feels like that's been part of the problem is they forever have been outside of Washington. And if they go back to Washington, maybe they can start winning again because it'll be turning the page on the Daniel Snyder era. And he asked me, he said, well, what's the problem with Dak? Man, he's like, why can't Dak win? I said, well, here's my thing with Dak. I look at the Eagles, I look at the 49ers, and heck, I can even look at the Commanders right now that look to the coach and say, what do you need? And instead of saying, we can't afford, we can't do this, we can't do that, they look around, they try and find ways to do things. I'll be real with you. I'm jealous as shit of the Eagles. I sit there and I look and say, they got a great offensive line. They got a good quarterback. They got the best running game in football. They got some really good receivers. They got a nice tight end. And they got a defense that's complimenting them. I look at that and say, I don't know that my team has ever had all of that at one time. We've had great offenses. We've had pretty good defenses, but when I look at Kansas City right now, and I look and I say, Pat Mahomes is a great quarterback, but he's not as great as he was, say, 3 years ago. Now, his team is doing it up for him. That's what I want to see for the Cowboys.